Oh my god. I'm finally sitting down to record the finale of Shot and Forgot Season 1. I think that's what we're gonna call it because we did 10 episodes. I apologize, I'm on like the world's squeakiest chair. Like, when did it get like this? Welcome to Shot and Forgot, the final episode of Season 1. In this episode, we're not actually gonna be scanning new photos. We're gonna be looking at the old ones and trying to piece together things we may not have figured out before. I'm not gonna really break it down in this episode. If you have not seen any of the other ones, this will not make any sense to you. Please, I advise you to go watch the other episodes of Shot and Forgot. We're gonna start by location. You guys have been a massive help. Big part of this and figuring out connections. I just want to put the locations out there so maybe this will help some of you guys in your search. Ohio, mainly Cleveland, Ohio. And Cleveland, Ohio is the most populated place from where these photos are taken. We've gotten San Antonio, Denver, Florida, Seattle, Alaska, San Francisco. We also got Santa Fe, New Mexico. Not too many from there, but we did locate it in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Germany, potentially Jamaica, you know, like that one guy that went on vacation. We haven't really figured where that is. If you look at them on a map, it's not like they're favoring the West Coast or the East Coast. It's like they're literally on both coasts. Location-wise of these photos, from the ones we've figured out, aren't a massive help. Next, I want to take you through some characters we've met in this season. Starting with Christmas Kid. The following photos I'm gonna pull up are all the photos that we know are either Christmas Kid or connected to Christmas Kid. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to locate him, but he is connected to like Michigan, Notre Dame. It seems to be his team of choice, but there's no guarantee. One of the first photos we ever saw of Christmas Kid was this one, and he was just this red-headed kid on Christmas. We then saw this picture of him playing with a dog. This, I think, was the first breakthrough photo we saw because in the background we had the 3 trees, the lights, the windows, and the curtain. So we knew that this was the same kid. Shortly after seeing that photo, we came across this one. This was a Christmas photo, and this is where he started to kind of get branded as Christmas Kid because every time we saw him, it was Christmas time. There was a tree that was decorated and he was opening gifts. He's got a Notre Dame shirt here. Same kid. This was a very interesting photo. Again, Christmas Kid, but you can see that he's a little bit older. The tree is in the same location with the curtain in the background. Look at him, man. Look at this kid. And he's older. Like, we've seen this kid age. This was an important photo, and we know this photo was taken in Florida. A solid link happened here with his mom. Now, we've seen her in quite a few different photos. We had Christmas Kid again in the forest with, I think this is the girl with the black eye, which would make sense because we did see his older sister who was holding the girl with the black eye. I'm guessing he's an uncle. The weather also helps with our Michigan placement of him because it is snowy, it's cold, it would make sense. We saw this photo, Christmas Kid right here. We have the mom who you connected it to, and I'm guessing his 2 sisters. This being an important figure. So we started with Christmas Kid, we learned about his mom, and we learned about his sister. Then from there, these 2 popped up quite a few times. At the end of one of the episodes, I picked a random photo, and it was this one. This was actually the thumbnail from the video. I made her eyes a little bit buggier or whatever. Zero idea that this was Christmas Kid's mom. We had this photo, which looks like a prom photo. This background was the same as Christmas Kid and his sisters. That was the first time we were able to realize that this person right here is in fact related to Christmas Kid in some way. We got this photo, his mom and his sister. And in the same episode, we got this photo, sort of like it made me a bit sad. I remember talking about that because we have his mom and his sister. It almost looks like a decade later. She now has 2 kids right here, like twins or something. And the style is slowly changing. And now she's grown her hair out a little bit longer. You know, Christmas Kid's mom is clearly aged. So that's about it for Christmas Kid. There's been quite a few ties to Michigan. And we know that he went on what looks to be a vacation to Florida with his mom. Unfortunately, none of the slides with Christmas Kid on it had writing on it. There's no indicator of a name. So there's that stream, the second stream. And this is probably the biggest one that I know a lot of you guys are connected to. And that's our guy, Randy. Randy came into play in one of the earlier episodes when we were getting these photos. A baby with his mom. We got another one, a baby with what looks to be the same person. Lots of shots of Randy. This is him as a baby in like a white getup. And this was a big photo. This was Randy with what we can assume is his dad. Now, I just want to bring in some theories from you guys. Some of you guys said back in the day, it was relatively normal for people to have kids young. And this guy, from some of your theories, is too old to be Randy's dad. Linked him to maybe being an uncle, maybe a family friend. Issues I have with both of those. We have a lot of photos of Randy, and we have a lot of photos of this guy. It would only make sense they're a part of the same family, unless two families' photo albums went to the same auction house. You know what I mean? Because we have solo shots of him being a pilot, which we now know. We have a shot of him in San Francisco by himself. So to put that into context, it would be like your family photo albums and your cousin's family photo albums being stored in the same place. Usually that's specific to like your immediate family. I'm sticking to this, that this is his dad. The way we know his name's Randy, like 90% of the slides will either say Randy, his birthday, his age, a significant day, like we saw one of the first day of kindergarten for him. This is a solo shot of Randy's dad. And in this picture, we realized he's actually a pilot. The airline that he works for is now Delta, but 2 airlines prior was Pacific Northern Airlines, which would fly oftentimes from San Francisco to Seattle, Seattle to Alaska. We know that Randy and his family is either in San Francisco, Seattle, and a small chance Alaska. We then started seeing pictures like this. So again, why I say it's his dad, because who takes a family photo with their uncle like this? And whose uncle is so reoccurring in all of these photos? This is his dad, guys. It's his dad. We have Randy, and we got introduced to 2 more people, which we can only assume are his siblings, Debbie and Barry. This was a big deal because a lot of you guys were helping me research this stuff, and this really gave us a connection that if we know Randy, we know that there should be a Debbie or a Barry also attached. We had countless photos of birthday parties where Debbie and Barry were also in. Still no concrete location, even in photos like this. I think this was the oldest we ever saw Randy, and this was his first day of kindergarten. Majority of Randy's photos were taken with a red hue. To my understanding, back in the day when it was film, you had to set everything manually. Who's ever taking the photos was not setting, I don't know, the exposure or something correctly, so they all came out with this red hue. We're able to fix this in Photoshop, no problem. It's a big hint. It's kind of like an artist's signature. Most of his photos are red. We know that he would be 66 today because we have his birthday photos. We're able to locate his age. Randy would be 66 if he lived today. Again, this is a picture of his dad that we were able to locate in San Francisco. We did get quite a few shots like this out of an airplane window of a wing. Once we were able to figure out that Randy's dad was a pilot, these became connected. Not only do they have that red hue, in fact, Pacific Northern Airlines flew to Alaska. You have these big mountains. We had this photo, which we identified as Seattle because of this drive-in theater, which is no longer there anymore. It is now a Boeing headquarters, I believe. With all of that being discovered about Randy, we know his siblings' names. We know what his parents look like. And we've been able to locate 3 concrete locations where we've seen somebody associated with him or him himself. And honestly, that's really about it. That's the information we gathered in 10 episodes of Shot and Forgot. In photos we have not discovered that you guys got. I remember I came close to this. I thought it was Paris, France. Right when that episode went live, within an hour, there was a ton of comments about this place. It's a place called Salzburg Gardens in Austria. Boom, you guys are good, man. That is almost the exact photo. You know what's funny is like Google Maps looks like they've blurred out even the statues' faces. In episode 8, we got this photo. It had like a drop zone style ride, a water tower, a Ferris wheel. I assume that it might have been San Diego. Shortly after I posted that video, a lot of you guys again DM'd me saying, no, Dan, this is Cedar Point in Ohio. My God, you guys. Drop tower. There should be a water tower. Oh my God, water tower. Well, freaking done. You guys, I love when you guys connect them like this. Now, lastly, for this finale, I wanted to bring up, I guess, an anonymous message that I got. I think it might have been around episode 8 or 9. I got this message from an account that would rather remain anonymous that said this. There's a guy, Randy Ellis. He was born in 1953 in Colbert, Washington. Randy passed away in 2017 from cancer, but he did in fact have siblings named Barry and Deborah. Like what? What are the odds that you have a Randy, Barry, and Deborah Debbie. So I said, oh, this sounds promising. Can you send more details on how you found this? But it does say that there is another sibling. And they went and they sent me an obituary, which is so sad. That means Randy has passed away. But they sent me an obituary for a guy named Randy Ellis. Get this. Died 2 years ago at the age of 64. He would be 66 this year. This guy was the exact same age as Randy. I do want to say that if this is not the Randy we're looking for, guys, please be respectful to this person and their obituary if you do search it up. This is somebody's family member. Death is never an easy thing, so don't go on here and bring shot and forgot or anything like that involved. This is just to hopefully locate Randy so we can maybe give the photos back to the family. And in the second paragraph, you'll see this. It says his kids' names, and then it says, and his siblings. Leland, Barry, Deborah, and Guy. And it's very possible he had 2 more siblings that may have been born after, because we only ever saw him up to kindergarten. Now, this is coming from a funeral home that was located in Idaho. Now, the person that sent me these messages did a pretty thorough search. They were able to find Deborah, they were able to find Barry, and they were even able to find Randy's mom. I'll show this photo. This says happy 90th. This is by far the closest we've come to locating Randy. And if his last name is in fact Ellis, the sad news is Randy has passed away. He passed away 2 years ago at the age of 64. There you guys have it. That was a recap of season 1 of Shot and Forgot. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on. Give this video a thumbs up and please continue this search. Go back, watch the other episodes. If you find anything that I've missed, feel free to message me. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That is season finale. Hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.